right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Honey's PSA. I'm Honey. And I hope that y'all have your popcorn ready at home because this motherfucker's about to go down. I'm joined tonight, this evening by a special guest. And of course, I'm going to let him introduce himself. And I hope he doesn't, take this on one. But go ahead and...
Gotta do my throat clear again.
Go ahead and get your...
My name is Justin,
Oh.
a.k.a. I got hella a.k.a.
Okay, well, give it...
10, Himothy,
Why are they,
him. I mean, the people, I told you the streets
No,
named me that.
no,
Right?
I don't.
Y'all be thinking I named myself that when really the streets named
I
me that.
don't think that's... Okay.
I got proof, bro.
Your mama didn't name you Himothy.
Yes, she
We're not
did. Oh, you're
going-
right. My mama did name me Himothy.
No.
She told me the day I was born, you gonna be him.
Okay.
I remember that.
How do you remember your mama? You know
because I knew
what?
I was him at that point. If you can remember the day you was born, you gotta be him. People don't even understand. Hold on, let me get my shit off real quick. People don't even understand. My name is just 10. My birthday is March 10th. I was 10 pounds when I was born.
Damn, you was big as hell.
Whoa. This is a big up right now.
This is a big baby.
Then
We gonna start calling you big baby.
Can I get my shit? I'm introducing myself.
Sure.
I wore number 10 in basketball. There's so much more to this than y'all know. And I've never even talked about that on camera either, honestly.
So you just...
In my documentary, it's coming.
10 is not him, so...
No.
Whatever.
I've
you
been
can take
him.
that.
I've been him.
Tell the people what you do, because now you...
Like the serious version or both? Okay, I'll do both.
A little bit both.
All right, we'll start off serious. So I am an entrepreneur. I'm a mental health advocate. I feel like I'm a community activist.
Are you?
Yeah.
You for your community?
Yeah.
He for the streets, he mean.
You took that the wrong way. No, in all seriousness, I'm a basketball coach. I'm a father first before all of those things.
Okay.
I love giving back to the people who matter to me. And
Why you sweat so hard?
Because I'm nervous. But yeah, no, that's a little bit of just what I do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a podcaster.
And you're a podcaster. Yeah. You want to shut your podcast out now or later?
No, this is about you tonight.
Oh, this is about me. No, it's really about you, but we could go back and forth. I'm just gonna ask you to describe yourself in 3 words right now. Don't say him, and him, because you're gonna piss me off. So describe yourself in 3 words.
Question. That's a great question.
Is it?
No, it is. Describe myself in 3 words.
Go ahead, describe yourself in 3 words.
I would say I'm very... Damn, that's a great question.
I know you're
I
not
feel like
stumped on the first
no,
one.
of course not. I feel like I'm very misunderstood.
Oh, okay.
I'm being
No, I'm being serious, so go ahead.
Number 2 is also in a weird way, people... I'm like the head of my village for the most part. So
Okay.
I would like to say I'm dependable.
Okay. You all right, because you was late today, but that's all right.
You know what? They've been telling me you was saying that too, and you didn't tell the whole story.
What are you talking about?
What time were we
Go
supposed
ahead,
to meet?
third one.
That's what I thought.
And
And
ride my ass because you was late.
the third one is I feel like I'm a very open-minded person. That's like one of my favorite attributes about myself. It's like I can, when it comes to other people's perspective, I can respect and I try my best to understand.
So you're not as judgy as you think you are.
Yeah, I mean, you asked me about myself, so shit, I answered it. You guys, do you beg to differ?
I mean, I don't think I've seen a side of you where you've been judgmental yet. I mean, yes, I have. I'm lying like a motherfucker. I don't even.
Well, is it jokes or is it serious? That matters.
It was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke.
All right, that matters.
And I understand that you say you're a mental health advocate, but you got problems. So
We all do.
I don't know how that works out. But are you in therapy right now? Currently?
I am.
Yeah? How's that going for you?
Amazing.
You might need a refund. You might need a refund. How long have you been in therapy?
Since 2019. Off and on. No,
Off and on.
Yeah.
So I majored in psychology at school.
So?
Is you cool?
I'm just saying,
And I just, I've had work done. I've processed life too. But what would you say is your biggest revelation that you've had through therapy, like in therapy?
Damn, you got some good questions.
Thank you.
I think therapy helped me realize that it's okay to not be okay.
Okay. That's a good
See, do you
one.
want me to be serious? Or you
Yeah, I want you to do a
okay,
little bit of
okay. So
both.
yeah, I feel like that's where therapy helped me at because growing up, being a boy at one point, and you had a joke.
I was gonna let it fly. Being a boy, but go off, yeah.
Like growing up as a boy, like you're taught not to share or even show your emotions. And I grew up super like hyper emotional. Like I was the kid that cried when we lost a basketball game. I cried over no bullshit. Like even today, I can cry on watching a TV show. And
I just
I
think
thought this was a safe space.
It is. I think it's just because, like, what would you cry at? Like,
It
what?
depends, bro. I'm just hyper emotional. I don't know why the fuck I'm this way.
So you're an empath? You think you're an empath?
I am, of course, yeah. But I didn't choose to be this way. I hate when people say, "Why are you like that?" Like, bro, I'm a picky eater. All of that shit. I didn't choose to be that way.
We know.
Yeah. So.
No, don't. He's a chicken tender. He eating.
Okay, you telling my business.
That's all he eats is chicken tenders and tacos. No.
Nice. Good choice.
Okay, she ain't wrong.
I love shrimp though.
Oh, do you? Okay, good to know.
You gonna cook me some shrimp?
I can. I cook you some shrimp. How you like it?
I'm not coming to the group home.
You don't. These people don't even know about that. Why would you bring the group home up? Why?
You start shooting first.
In therapy, have you discussed who Himothy is? Because that's like borderline personality disorder. You know that, right?
No, not if it's true.
So who is Himothy then?
Justin.
And you feel like that's not a different persona than like who you take on? You don't think that's like another
No,
person?
okay, all jokes aside, I feel like there's, for whatever reason, and we really just had this conversation yesterday, but I feel like for some reason I'm not like always the most approachable looking guy. You know what I mean? I'm usually have a straight look on my face, and to be honest, a lot of people knew me from basketball initially.
Okay.
And then the podcast helped. Like at the old half, I would literally walk past people all the time. It wouldn't be nothing. And then it got to a point where it would be like, once I dropped my podcast, them same people who I'd always see, now they like, oh, bro, I fuck with your podcast.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? Or,
okay.
Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing?
So you doing that made you more approachable, you feel
yeah,
like?
but at the same time, I feel like people gravitate towards me.
Okay.
Like, even my mentor, like I met my mentor in the 5th grade, and I was playing against his son.
So you've had the same mentor for how long?
Since 2019, but I'm saying
okay.
I met him in the 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
I was playing basketball against his son, and he always tells this specific story about me. Like when I walked into their, I don't even remember this, but I walked into their team's huddle, told his son how good I thought he was because he was a white boy. Mm-hmm. That's racist.
That is a little.
Oh, well.
It's okay.
And
now we know your mentor's white, but.
And then he said after the fact, it was just like as I walked around the gym, he just saw like everybody gravitating towards me. He remembers this, and that was. I mean, I was in the 5th grade, 2002?
Oh, my God. How?
I'm not as old as you. And yeah, so I just feel like for some reason people gravitate towards me. And I do think that's a gift, and that's what made me be more open. And like, I used to be the guy, like, have a straight look on my face, like, don't talk to me, because I grew up in Oakland. And
where about in Oakland?
That's not important.
That's not important.
Too many politics out here. I don't talk about that.
We don't politic on this podcast, so.
But yeah, no, growing up in Oakland, you grow up with a chip on your shoulder. You
Okay.
have trust issues. You go through a lot. Then obviously life adds on to that. And going through therapy, it helped me realize like everybody's not an enemy. Like people can do good, can be good to you. You know, there's good people in the world just like there are bad people in the world. And I just think having that perspective and then being able to navigate the world, it's like I see the world in a whole different lens now.
Okay. This is just a random question, but how much older is your mentor?
Oh, he's like in his 60s.
In his 60s?
Mm-hmm. He's a billionaire though.
Oh, so if he's a billionaire, what's your net worth?
Whoa. I'm an aspiring billionaire.
Okay, but right to this day.
You don't think that's a little invasive?
No, I don't give a fuck. This is my shit.
Oh, mamas.
What you think your net worth is? I've been hearing you said in an interview with someone that you feel like you have an old soul.
I do.
You feel like you've been here before?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what makes you say like you have an old soul? What makes that happen? Like
I've always felt different. I've always felt different from my peers, from people I grew up with. I just never fit in. Like when they were going to go, statute of limitations. But when they were going to go do street shit, I was the one like drop me off. You know what I mean?
Oh, you was like, let me out, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Insert clip here.
But they
let
always.
me out, though.
But I mean, I would fight. I mean, they always respected that about me though. Like,
So you're not a punk.
I'm not a follower. I
Okay.
think that's a better way to put it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was the one at basketball practice or football practice. Like, I played sports year round. You know what I mean? So
you did what? You play football too?
I did.
Oh. So
I was the first person to take East Bay Warriors to the national championship in Florida.
Why do you feel like
2002.
Why
I'm
do
just
you
saying, that's a
feel
fact.
like that's so? You get.
That's
to
a big
say
deal.
That. How you played on a team? Like, what the fuck?
Well, I was the quarterback.
Oh, okay. I guess. I didn't know that. I didn't know you played football.
Yeah, I did.
Were you even good?
I was really good.
As a football player?
Point guard, quarterback, same shit.
No.
I'm a cerebral person though, so it's like anything when I have to use my mind, I'm gonna excel. Like, all jokes aside. Like,
Okay.
So when it comes to thinking shit, like even as a basketball player, sometimes I overthink the game.
Did you play point guard too?
I did.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I love basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport.
I thought you liked football.
I like both of them. Is you cool? Damn. Now that you want to, you're gonna make me tear your ass up. So, what are some of your deal breakers with the opposite sex? Give me top 5 deal breakers.
Top 5.
Top
That's
5.
a lot.
Like absolute no negotiations, cannot fuck with it.
If I don't feel like we can meet on the intellectual level, it'll never get anywhere.
Okay,
That's probably number 1 for me.
I hear you.
Number 2 is if you're not understanding, meaning, you want me to elaborate?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because I'm always going to offer grace.
Okay.
That's step 1 for me.
Okay.
And I want to talk through whatever issues or whatever the situation is. And if you can't reciprocate that, then I don't think we should.
Okay, so understanding. All right.
Number 3 is, 5 is a lot. I don't even.
A deal breaker. Okay, well then fine. If you want to give me.
No. I'll try to work on it, but you gotta give me a little time. I think maybe.
Insert
I really will too.
I know you have to. As the sweat beats down.
Question.
As the sweat beats down.
So I want them at 2. I need 3 more.
Yes.
Deal breaker.
A deal breaker with the opposite sex. Absolute no-goes, no negotiations. Oh, yeah, because that's one of mine, too. You got to have a side tooth. I promise you. And anyway.
No, go ahead.
No, never mind.
I think,
I have a story.
like, no ambition.
No, so no drive. Like, no,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no ambition, no plan. You know, that all kind of goes into one.
Do you have a 5-year plan? I know I'm asking too much, but
I have a bunch of plans.
You have
My
a
plans
bunch
go
of
from 6 months to a year and a half to 3 years to 5 years.
That's good. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
Nah, I don't really do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just never really been. I'm not very traditional when it comes to stuff like
Okay.
that. Like,
I
I don't
see
know.
what you mean.
I don't know if that's like the rebel part in me or just me just being me. Like, I move to the beat of my own drum. You know
I
what
could
mean?
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really
because
do.
you're still not off the hook. You still owe me 2 more deal breakers.
Okay. This might. I don't know if I can be with someone who doesn't. This might not be fair, but I feel like if you're not comfortable with uncomfortable conversations, I don't think we'll work.
Comfortable with uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
Okay, so.
Because I'm a talker.
Yeah, but like, what would be an uncomfortable situation? Like, what?
I mean, I feel like I get to know you through your history, through your past, through the decisions you make in those moments. Not saying I hold you to that still, but it's just it's interesting to me. I love learning people because I learn more about myself. You know what I mean?
Tell her to be quiet. I can hear her all the way over here. That's Tiffany ass. We got to fire her.
And I'm such an open book, so it's almost like sweat equity in a relationship. If I'm pouring
So
out
you
everything,
like a sweatsuit? Like
I love sweatsuits.
I love sweatsuits. It's crazy. What? Oh, Nike Techs? I hate a motherfucker with a new Nike Tech.
Hey yo.
Yeah, that profile. Shit. Anyway, anywho, okay, that's your
That was my modeling debut.
your modeling debut, sitting at a table in a Nike Tech.
I was actually. You know what's funny about that?
Were you shooting a podcast?
I was.
Yeah.
That was a photo shoot for a podcast.
I
Did I tell you
kind
that?
of no.
You guessed that.
I kind of
That's
figured.
impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
That shit
I do
ended
that.
hella fast.
Yeah, it ended hella fast.
Yeah.
As a dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like is some advice that you would give? Because you have a son and a daughter.
Yes, I do.
What would be your advice to your children?
Ooh.
Like what advice would you give?
Advice as far as what? Life?
Just
in
in
general?
life, yeah. We'll go life.
Go see the world.
Okay.
Go see the world. Because so when I graduated from Bret Hart, I went to Amador Valley in Pleasanton.
Okay.
So from that moment,
So Bret Hart is in Oakland?
yeah.
Okay, I'm not
Hey, that's right.
from-
My bad.
I'm not
Right.
from there.
So when I graduated Bret Hart Middle School, I went to Amador Valley in Pleasanton.
Okay.
And I actually tore my ACL freshman year, so I couldn't play basketball.
So is that how your career ended?
No. No.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
tell you why. I'll tell
Okay,
you
all
how.
right, we'll get into it.
And I came to school one day and I had like a rest in peace hoodie on. Right.
Whose was it?
My
If you
cousin.
don't mind
Nah,
sharing.
we don't want to talk about
Okay.
it. And everybody was like, bro, what is that? And I was like, bro, this is my cousin. She passed away. She got shot. She got in San Francisco.
Heck, I did the shit. What the fuck?
And they were like, why do you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. That's just what we do. And from that moment on, I'll never forget this. From that moment on, I was just like, well, damn, why do we do that?
Right.
And then it was things like, they get their permit at 15 and a half. They get their license at...
So everything was just different out there.
Yeah, and it's like, all I knew was
environment.
Oakland from that
Okay.
moment on. I
Okay.
had never been on the air. My first time on the airplane was because of sports. In my whole life. So it was
Okay.
like...
Your first time out of Oakland too?
I wouldn't say out of Oakland, but definitely on the airplane.
Okay.
But I can't remember if it was out of Oakland.
But it was because of sports.
Yeah. And that's when I took the East Bay Warriors to the national championship.
I
Just in
need
case y'all to hear that the first
I
time.
need to see the medal, the footage, because I
Oh,
don't
no, that's
know
a fact. Actually, that clip kind of went viral on my TikTok.
of you. Did you like throw a 56-yard
Oh,
pass?
no, I was him. I threw one interception the whole year.
How old were you?
12.
I don't think that fucking depicts how you were.
That's a big deal, though.
At
I'm a
12.
legend.
Okay.
I'm an East Bay Warrior legend.
All right. Are you up on a wall? Do they retire your
I
jersey?
need to be. That's a good point. I need to be. I feel like it. That shit was ghetto back in the... It's still
It's
ghetto.
Shout out to them though.
You know what's... Never mind.
know a
We'll
lot
talk about that later. They ghetto now.
We know a lot of coaches.
Okay, what were you asking me, though?
I was asking you the best advice for your children.
Oh,
You
yeah,
said
go
to
see the world. Because I feel like as kids, this is part of the reason why I started my journalism program.
Okay.
For kids, your dreams and aspirations can only go as far as your environment.
Yes.
So if you're raised in a household or a community where you're taught to go to school, go get a job, retire from, say, a job after 50 years or whatever, that's all
shit.
you're going to
Right,
know.
right, right.
But then when you go out and you meet people from different walks of life and you get to talk to people and see how they're upbringing, it just opens up your mind more.
Okay. So what would you say the most impactful place that you visited has, like, that you would recommend or be like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely
Well, I
go
went
there.
out of high school, I went to New Mexico State.
Okay.
And then...
But you was turned up there, though, so
yeah,
I heard.
I was wild.
Yeah,
I was
so
wild.
I've heard.
I was wild.
He's still.
I was wild.
Timothy is.
No, I'm a lot calmer. That's why I'm way calmer now than I used to be. But, okay, girl, let me answer the question.
Okay. Did you have braids then?
Yes, yes, I did.
When you went to New Mexico, you had braids?
Yes, I did.
That's crazy. Insert photo of Justin with the braids here. Okay, all right.
You walked me right into that. That was good. That was good, though.
All right.
That was good.
Okay. So New Mexico, was that different for you?
It was
Just
it was very different. But at that time, I had already traveled the country playing basketball.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did you go to school on scholarship for sports or what?
Of course.
For New Mexico? Okay, I'm just saying. Okay.
I mean, how's I?
Everybody ain't able.
I couldn't pay for school.
Shit, I still can't pay for school, But you got your little.
But not
degree.
even that, right? So my mentor, my little degree.
You got your little degree.
So my mentor, he was a sponsor of my AAU team also.
Okay.
So I met them in the 5th grade. Their coach for the team his son played for was my cousin. But I didn't realize that until my dad came home from prison. Oh. So then when my dad came home from prison, they took 6 kids from Oakland, 6 kids from San Jose, and they merged us together. So now we're traveling the country for free. Like, we used to really get spending money.
Okay.
But so now we're having conversations with them, and that's the first time I ever saw a Maserati.
Ever?
At that point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the 9th grade. So I didn't even know what the hell I was. Everybody was so excited.
That's a new fact from you. How long was your dad down for?
Whoa. I think 12 years.
12. But you guys have a relationship now, though, right?
It's my dog.
That's your.
Both my parents are my best friends.
That's good. Everybody doesn't have that, so I'm grateful that you actually.
Shameless plug. My dad and I actually have a cleaning company.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it later because I need some shit cleaned up.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
We got a couple contracts out here.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Tell me something new that you've learned recently. And it's not about me. I'm just saying something new that you've learned recently.
Everybody can go.
Ooh. But did you just learn that?
I'm still struggling with it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I just learned it, but I feel like I'm learning it more and more every day.
What was the pin in the wall for that? Like, what made you realize, like, yeah, no, I can't.
I mean, when I decided to start a podcast network and open up my own studio, it was like, oh, I think this person would be great for a podcast. I think this.
Well, you still do that though.
I do, but it's in a different capacity now because once I see the lack of assertiveness, I'm out of there.
Like you don't even want no parts in it.
I'm not gonna say that. You just gotta show me that it's worth doing it for me. Because so you know what? Another fun fact. When I had my studio, I didn't charge one person to film their podcast.
I should have got in there.
And do you know how many podcasts I filmed out of there that didn't make it past the 3rd episode?
Oh, well, how many? Handful? More than 5?
Definitely.
Okay.
Some because my thing is I'd rather be. I'm really not arrogant.
Yes, you are.
I'm really not. But I prefer to be behind the camera producing more than I do to be in front of the camera. Because the things I like to talk about, I realize they aren't fun.
So
I'm a nerd for real.
So
I'm a nerd.
About what though? I know nerds that like science and nerds that are you know what do you nerd about? Everything?
Mental health,
okay.
Podcasting, broadcasting. My main goal in life is to be a keynote speaker.
What was your major in?
PR marketing.
Oh, so you really do this. Okay, got it. So like if you could, you would take this on one. Okay.
Yeah, I just need the funding.
Oh.
Oh, trust me. Once I get that out.
You him, right?
On mamas.
I'm pretty sure you'll figure that out.
It's coming.
Okay, you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
I forgot.
So out of the podcast that didn't make it, did you feel like you were like, yeah, because it didn't have a price on it that they didn't take it serious?
No, to be honest, when I take clients for podcasting, I let them know, like, hey, this is a business. This isn't just turn the cameras on and talk. There's structure that goes behind this. There's preparation that goes behind this. There's a lot of hours that are off camera that goes behind it. And I literally, every podcast that I've started so far, that I helped start, I should say, they fell out. Not because of me. I didn't fall. I'm still cool with both parties or whatever, but they fell out.
So like co-host type situation.
Because it's
okay.
It's a business partner.
Okay.
So now I feel like you feel like you're the one coming up with all the topics, or you're late, or.
But that should be a collaboration in itself, though.
Well, I mean that's easier said than done.
Yeah, I hear you. That doesn't always work out very well. And do you think that they would have pushed through that 3rd, 4th episode if they would have got through that? Maybe you should teach that.
Yeah, but I also figure that podcasting became, and that's kind of why I stepped back from it for a while, because podcasting became trendy.
Yes, it still is.
Well, yeah.
Anybody
it kind of slowed down a little bit because now streaming is what it is.
Right.
But
I agree.
Again, I study this shit.
Okay.
You know, I'm not just like, this is my life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So.
Sure.
When people see these people getting big bags just from podcasting, it's a money grab. And to be honest, a lot of celebrities did. I mean, Spotify gave Michelle Obama how many millions of dollars, and we never heard the episode.
I didn't even know that she even had.
That's my point.
Yeah.
See,
okay.
I'm in
books, yes, but I didn't know that she had a podcast.
I'm so into that world, but I mean that's why Spotify's podcast. Again, see y'all nerding me out. See?
No, go ahead.
That's why
some news you can use.
Spotify's podcast department failed.
Oh.
Because they were just throwing money at the celebrities thinking it's gonna pop because of the name.
Okay.
But it's so much more to it.
So what would you think that your ideal, not saying that your podcast isn't ideal, but like what would be a podcast that you know would get the traction and potentially get the streams to get the money, to get the revenue?
What do you mean, my own or like people that I know?
In general, or even if you know one now, or if there's something that maybe we shouldn't give up your idea. We can talk about it so I can.
Oh, you mean like a personal podcast?
Yeah, like what do you?
Oh, got you. Like that I would produce.
Yeah.
Oh.
What would that look like?
To be honest, I thought my podcast Taboo was gonna be out of here.
Taboo was the one where you guys were talking about.
It would be. That's how I met BK.
Okay.
It was these talks are taboo, and we would come up there and talk about topics. So the issue with that was the topics they wanted to talk about, I'm not into.
What
So
was
I
it
tried to
like?
get off, and he'll tell you this. Him and Lisa, I tried to get off the camera and just
Okay.
be behind. And they're like, no, you got to be. It's really because me and Lisa go at it so well. So it's like, because we
the
grew up
bounce
together, so
back.
we have that dynamic.
Okay.
And it is entertaining, but when we're having talks about sending news and threesomes and shit, like I'm not.
Yeah, see, I heard that your podcast was about sex, and I was like, no, that's not
Hell
what
no.
it's about.
Hell no. I don't talk about sex on camera
Good, don't.
or the internet. I think that's weird.
All right. Well, we won't discuss leg day for you, but
Well, that's a rumor that my friend started.
about leg day?
Yes. Y'all got proof?
Somewhere. On a cheers. somewhere. I'm pretty sure. It's somewhere. Do you feel like you're more productive in the day or at night?
Early mornings.
Early mornings. Are you
By
sure?
far. Positive.
Positive?
Definitely.
Okay, so you get the most work done. Like crackhead hours, 3 in the morning. We talking
Yeah. like during the week, I'm usually up 4:35 maybe at the latest. But that's like my time to myself. The world is quiet at that point.
I agree.
I generally wish the world opened up earlier because by the time everybody else waking up, I'm ready for a nap. But
that
see, it
makes
helps
sense.
me because I don't have to clock in anywhere either.
Yeah, because see,
You know what I mean?
don't stun on me like that. Don't shit on
What do
me
you
like
mean?
that. Because you don't got a job, Tommy.
Whoa, it's fucked
I mean,
up.
you do. Your job is this and that and being a dad and stuff, but like you don't have to clock in nowhere. And that is one.
But honestly though, I think that comes from basketball because even working out, like I prefer to do that in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I love 6 a.m. practices.
Okay.
I loved weights at 6 a.m. in college. Like I was up, and I think it's just muscle memory as far as, like I don't use alarms. Literally, I'm just up.
Are you serious?
I swear to you, bro.
No alarm
You know
is
what's
a
funny?
little risky.
It's not for me though. I don't know. Like if it's different if I'm out drinking and partying,
Okay.
but I'm not counting those days.
Because I was about to say.
Especially
because
because I'm old now, so
Thank you.
not as old as
Thanks
some.
for admitting.
But it's like if I'm like locked in, which I'm about to get back right now.
Okay.
My birthday's finally over.
Finally,
So
Jesus.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I'm locked in, it's like, yeah, I'm up. And you know what? Was that you that told me? Somebody told me about you could schedule a text message. That's the best shit ever.
Yes.
'Cause I used to have that bad. I would be texting people
do
about
that?
business at 5 in the morning, and it's like I might be waking people up.
It is, but at the same time, it's something that you could wake up to. It's not a good morning.
But I don't really like emailing. I prefer a text or a phone call.
But professionalism requires you to use an email.
Define
sometimes.
professionalism.
I mean,
Exactly.
okay.
It's all man-made, bro.
The etiquette.
So it depends on who you ask.
I mean, because a thread is a thread. If you said it, you said it. Whether it was an email, via text, either.
Well, I'm not threatening nobody at 5 in the morning.
just saying.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm just saying. With all of these aspirations and things that you're doing right now, what was one of your dreams? Like, when you were a kid and little Justin was like, "This is what I want to be when I grow up." What was that? What did you want to be when you were a kid?
An architectural engineer.
Seriously?
That's why I chose my school.
So
That's why I chose New Mexico State. They had just built a $98 million building, and they wouldn't let me choose that major. And that's why, when you asked me why my career ended, that's when the curtain got pulled back from me.
okay.
Because I realized that this isn't what I thought it was.
Okay.
I came here for this reason, and y'all are telling me to major in criminal justice, but that's not a passion of mine.
So in the interim architect, what did you just say?
Architectural engineering.
Architectural engineering. So is that like actually
Designing the buildings that are being built.
So
you
like
do
blueprinting,
the,
shit
you do
like
the,
that.
You do the work on the computer before it's actually put into production.
And figuring it out.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is a little nerdy. So you good at math?
Yes.
So what is 2 + 2 carry to 1?
Me and you.
That'll do it. He wins that question. He got it. My next question for you, and it might require you to put your thinking cap on a little bit, but what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail?
Oh. I would open up a studio. Wait, do I want to share this?
Do you want to share it?
I would open up a one-stop shop studio.
A one-stop shop
to where you could record podcasts, obviously, music.
But you already do that.
I know, but this is different. That was my main goal. That's really how my
Okay.
nonprofit came about. But
Okay.
it would be like a one-stop shop for podcasting, music.
Okay.
If you needed to get merch pressed, if you needed to.
Oh, so like a real one.
Yeah, to where you have, I have
Okay.
different rooms to where if you're a lash tech and you need to rent the room for 2 hours.
I hear what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? But
So-
but affordable.
You know, one of the biggest things for me, I honestly felt that in order for us to be successful, we had to play Monopoly. You like Monopoly?
I love Monopoly.
I do too. So maybe
should
we
play
should
one night.
play. Yeah, okay.
Not at the group home.
No. We'll bring it to halftime.
Halftime.
Fuck. God damn. Shameless plug for halftime. And you can drink your Tito's and we can do that. But I really feel like
This is water.
The object of the game in life is honestly to accumulate real estate. And I feel like a lot of people, like, yeah, we hear people in our peers like, oh, I'm going to
Can I
go
cut
for
you
my
off real
real
quick?
estate license.
Can I cut you off?
Sure.
When you say real estate,
Property.
that's how you generally feel like that?
I mean, I feel as though like that's a way out to acquire property and spaces
When you
and
said,
things like
I
that.
was hoping when you said real estate, you meant depending on what field you're in. Because there's different variations of real estate.
I mean, and I understand that commercial buildings. I'm not.
No,
just-
not even. I'm not even saying that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying like if you're in a field, you have to invest.
Right.
That's kind of what I mean. Like,
Okay.
so not even just property, like physical properties.
yeah.
That's what I thought you meant. But go ahead.
But I mean, even in that same sense, I just feel like that's the point, to acquire and make sure that you make sure that makes you a bag and you keep on going, like in the game of Monopoly. You
Right.
just tear
No, I agree.
people's ass
I
off.
agree. I like that.
Okay. What is your favorite motivational quote?
I think I said it already. You know what? I got one for you.
Yes.
So there's a book called From Good to Great by Jim Collins.
What made you read that?
My mentor sent it to me.
I think they might be in the same Illuminati because I've read that book.
I think we
Good
talked
to
about
Great.
this before.
Good to Great is a good one, and Know Your Why. Those are two. They go hand in hand.
I don't think I've ever read Know Your Why,
Yeah.
but the Good to Great quote is the mirror window thing.
Yes.
So as a CEO entrepreneur, aspiring. Well, I mean, I guess I am.
You are.
Right.
Don't doubt
So
yourself like that.
it's like when things are going good, you have to look through the window,
Mm-hmm.
and then when things are going bad, you have to look through the mirror. So pretty much meaning when your business is thriving, you have to give credit to your employees and the people who are helping
Right.
keep that afloat.
Right.
Now, when things are going not so good, you have to look in the mirror and see what can you do better.
For your, I mean,
Yeah.
just as far as like looking internally and figuring that out. Okay.
I learned that I had to fire board members from my nonprofit, people who I love dearly, people who I grew up with.
Why though? Because you don't feel like they possess the qualities that you needed for the board, or what? Okay.
Everybody who is capable is not reliable. That's kind of what I learned.
That's
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
one.
Like,
Yep.
just because you see the skills in somebody, and
Yep.
it goes back to the podcasting thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I started my network to produce other podcasts, to bring other people into this world.
Right.
Because I'm like, bro, this is something that's lucrative, could be lucrative if you put the work in, but you learn quickly that not everybody wants it as bad. And I respect it. I don't hold no resentment towards anybody.
Right.
And it hurt me bad to have to get rid of people, but I realized in looking at myself, like, bro, you invite everybody in. You're just so welcoming. And we
Right.
had this talk.
Yeah.
Like, anybody that say you want to start a podcast, oh, come on, I got you. You know what I mean? Anybody that want to talk about mental health, okay, I got you. Anybody that want to talk about entrepreneurship, okay, I got you.
But I think that that's just you in general wanting to express and give that knowledge. So that's why it's a gift and a curse, because you never know. People be bullshitting.
Well, my mentor told me when he first. So
How did you? I mean, you said that already.
Okay,
Like,
so how did we start the mentorship?
Yeah, like how was it essentially
I'm gonna make it quick because I
established
know
like
we're running
that?
quick
Yeah.
long on time, but and I promise I'm not like, this is not on no weird shit, but I went to a Warriors game.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen him since high school, but our coach who coached me and his son brought me to the Warriors game.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Warriors game and he goes to introduce himself to me. I'm like, damn, again, because I had braids.
Right.
So he
I heard he was a terrorist.
He
Yeah, right.
okay, that's enough.
I'm just saying.
He's like, oh shit, Justin, blah, blah, blah. So we start talking and he's like, man, what are you up to? So I'm telling him, I had just opened up, I had just started my podcast. At the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I had just gotten to therapy at the time.
Okay.
So now this is me coming out of my last relationship. I'm like in a new.
You feel brand new.
I'm in it. And it's crazy how the universe works because I felt like if I would have met him 2 months earlier, it could have been different.
Yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean? But anyway, so we talk and he's like, how can I help you? And I'm like,
that was just flat out.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
But again, he told me the story about the 5th grade thing that he remembered. He told me a lot about us in high school, traveling the country, and just how I carry myself.
Yeah.
And for people like that, they don't see black people like that.
I hear you.
So it was like, to be honest, it was almost one of those like, you're one of the good ones.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, okay, and then he's a white guy too.
Right,
we
right,
love you, but you know,
So then,
you're special. You're a gem.
So then at the time, I'm working at Wells Fargo. And
we don't even want to talk about how.
Okay, at the time I was working at the bank, and one day to be honest, I had a breakdown in the car, and I was crying, and I was like, man, I'm ready to quit.
Over the job?
Over life.
Oh, okay.
Because I had just found out I was having my daughter.
Okay.
And I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to get to where I want to be waiting on them. Right. Okay. So then I was like, I'm ready to quit my job. I need you to help me find funding to invest in my podcast stuff.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm about to tell you a lot. But he was like, okay, listen, I'm going to give you, what I do is my friends and family loan.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm going to give you
X amount of dollars.
Thank you.
Thank you.
X amount of dollars, but I'll charge you this % of interest, which was nothing.
Okay.
Pretty much. And he was like, at the end of the year, you can let me know if you want to continue the loan.
Okay.
Or cut the loan in half, or whatever you want to do, we can talk about it at the end of the year. So I'm like, I'm calling my mama. Like, we
made it.
I ain't never seen $100. Well, in the bank I did, but I ain't never seen $100.
You just gave him the number.
Oh, damn. I said $100.
Okay.
So then he called me back a couple days later. He was like, hey, I talked to my wife, and I think it's better if I just write you a check, and then I help you start your business.
Okay.
Without funding. Because he said you don't want to. The thing about funding is you lose control of the business.
Absolutely.
And that's what people don't understand. It's
Yeah,
like, yes, you can go out and get money, but
goes.
now these people have say-so on how you want to move.
And how you do it and what you have to do. It's almost like being a puppet.
Exactly.
And because they have the monetary value over you. I hear you.
Right. So he wrote me a check for X amount of dollars, and he said, this is the most I can give you to where you don't have to pay taxes on it. Okay. So that was the first piece of game.
Dude.
Right. And then, so I'm like, okay. And then he wrote me a letter also.
Okay.
And he wrote me like 15 rules. And number 1 was like, don't be afraid to fail.
Do you still have that letter?
Oh, yeah, I'll never get rid of that.
That's what's up.
That shit is on my wall.
That's what's up.
And then number 2 was pay it forward. So it goes back to why I'm so open to.
And that's why you're doing what you do?
That's what I do, Definitely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the longest friendship that you have in your life? Who holds that title and how long?
Devin.
Okay.
Because everybody thinks we're cousins, but we're not blood.
Oh, interesting.
But so my mom.
So how long has that friendship been?
I was in kindergarten. He was in preschool.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So my mom had a hair shop, and they lived on top of it.
Okay.
And then we went to the same elementary school. So that's how we met. And
so that's like 20, 30 plus?
I mean,
30 plus
I'm 34.
Yeah.
How are you in preschool? 4 or 5?
4, yeah.
Yeah, we're about 30 years in. That's my dog. I mean, we don't hang out often, but we're family now.
Yeah.
So it's
that makes a
and
difference.
you know what? Like, we learn the more you grow up. Like some of the friends you pick, it's nothing personal, but we just have different things that we're interested in.
Happens.
You know what I mean? Like we don't so the people I hang with now, we have shit in common.
Okay.
Me and Dev don't really have much in common, but we're family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so you can't quit who your family is at that point.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and he's the godfather to my kids. I'm the godfather to his kids.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like.
So y'all locked in forever.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What is the best gift you've ever given?
Given? Ooh. Given.
Are you not a gift giver?
I'm not gonna be honest. I'm really not good
I'm not
good at it. No, I said not. I mean, I am gonna be honest. I'm sorry.
Honest.
That's that water shot. I am gonna be honest. I'm really not great at gift giving because I'm not good at receiving gifts. I'm just being honest though.
But
I don't.
Even at this big age, you can't recall a gift that.
I think you would have to ask the people I've gotten gifts for. I mean, I've done thoughtful.
Well, in your
things.
mind, what was the most thoughtful gift that you've given?
My fucking time. Do you know who I am?
Oh my God! Do you turn it up like that on the last question?
Because we got a little serious, man.
Insane. What? What?
Come on, what? Oh, that's a good point.
We're not going to talk about that
point.
on
That's
here.
a good point.
It's not
Like
the
that.
best gift. Sure. This is the part of the show where
I've been waiting on.
you get to ask me one question, Justin. And it's not a two-parter. It's not come on.
Okay, you ready?
Man, sure.
What was your favorite memory of Clubhouse app?
It was just one memory.
You know.
I met a lot of great people on Clubhouse. I met a lot of great people on Clubhouse.
I know.
You know, I met a lot of great people on Clubhouse, and I wasn't moaning in the room. Are y'all okay? Yeah, this interview's over. Do you want to do a redo?
No,
on the question?
I had that question since I heard you ask it the other day.
Jesus Christ, it was an accident. I don't even know what you guys are talking.
Well, do you care to elaborate? Because you made me elaborate on hella shit. And you told me I could not answer any questions, so don't be a hypocrite.
I plead the fifth.
How the fuck does that work?
It's in the court of honey.
We not in the court, nigga. We in halftime.
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah.
It's not. Let's just say Black Lives Matter. And that's just where we're gonna leave it at. You know? So
Amen.
Shouts out to Clubhouse. That was a great
If you know, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't
You
trip.
had to be there type shit. Before we go, is there anything that you're working on or anything that you want to promote and let the people know that you have going on so that we can,
Yeah, I mean, my journalism program has been kind of my main focus.
Okay.
I am bringing my podcast back. I'm actually currently looking for a new studio. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to live first because I just took that high school job, so.
And congratulations on being a
I
coach.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's
It's
the
crazy.
best
I
thing.
realized this year, I've been coaching for 10 years now.
Oh, so who's
getting
fucking old now, buddy?
Right. But yeah, anyway, taking a high school job, trying to figure out where I'm going to live. 'Cause
Okay.
Since I haven't been working, I'm lazy. Like, I got to live close to my job.
It
My
has
studio,
to make sense.
I gotta be
hear
in the
you.
vicinities. But yeah, so my journalism program is my main focus.
Okay. You want to shout out you and your dad's cleaning business?
Oh yeah, SJ10 Cleaning Company. Everything is SJ10.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta keep the brands. That's
And what's your podcast name?
the Sit Down Podcast.
So this pushing your pen is that like a thing?
No, because this might sound weird, but I journal. It's not a diary, but I journal though. You know what I mean? Like I journal though, honestly. So this is my way of reminding myself that like, in order to really get to the bottom of the shit you want to talk about, that's why it's like a lock, because you have to like unlock yourself and really like.
Oh, you thought about that, like when you. Okay.
I'm not supposed to, girl. I
No,
take this shit
it
serious.
is very thoughtful.
I have to really unlock like myself and really push my pen to the fullest potentials to get where I want to go. So that's kind of where it comes from.
Okay. Anything else you got going on? Anything that you want to promote coming up soon?
Just being him.
Thank
just
God
getting
your
used to being him.
birthday's over.
Just being
You
used.
know what?
Who said that?
Yeah.
Huh?
You never
I know,
shouted
I already
out
shouted
the
that
town.
Because I have reasons.
Okay.
I have reasons.
All
We'll
right.
just leave it there.
Fine. All right. You feel better?
You still love me?
Only on Wednesdays.
Oh, mamas. Well, today's Saturday. So.
Yeah, so today ain't your motherfucking day, buddy. All right, we're done. Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Now y'all can talk.
Yay! Kudos. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube page. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. So be listed here down below.